Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Again, some problem with our internet. I hope you are able to hear me.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So,
So, what did we do yesterday? We did writing task 2, right?
yes, sir.
So, today we are going to start something very interesting. Can you guess?
Listening task.
No, what is left? Which skill is left?
Speaking.
Yes,
Speaking.
speaking. So, are you guys excited? Let's do some speaking. So, although we speak throughout the day, what type of skill and proficiency is required for speaking? Anyone? Yeah, we do it day in and day out. So, what is so special about speaking for IELTS exam? Anyone?
Fluency.
Yes, the band descriptors. So, what are the band descriptors for speaking? Let's have a look at it so that when we know what is required, so we'll be in a better shape, isn't it? Did I send you the band descriptors? Yes. Did I share with you the band descriptor? Anyone?
So, we had taken a screenshot of it.
Okay, let me give you a copy. Just a moment. What is the name of our group? Twenty-fourth January, IELTS 8 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I've sent it. Can you check whether you got it? And did I send you guys the vocabulary list? I
No,
didn't.
sir.
So let me share that also. Have you received the band descriptors?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
received.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay, just open it. Meanwhile, I'm going to send you just a moment. So what I've sent you is the official band descriptors, okay? Yeah, did you get a word power doc?
Yes, very good.
Yes.
Okay, so in this doc, how many words are there? Can anyone tell me?
Sir, 1321.
That's right, 1321. Now, out of this 1321, I purposely made a mistake of around 10 words. I want you, all of you, to find my mistake. But for that, what do you have to do? You have to go through all the words, right? Have you understood, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So, in order for you to find my mistake, you need to go through all the words 1321, and definitely then you will do justice. So, what do you have to do? You have to copy these 1321 words on your Excel file, and then you will have 5 columns. The first column will be serial number. Second column will be the words which I gave you. Third column will be the meaning which I gave you. Right? It may have some mistake, it might be correct. So all you have to do is, copy what I gave you to your Excel sheet. And then the fourth column will be the synonym of the word which I gave you. And you're going to correct the mistakes also and tell me which number has got mistakes. All students will do it individually. And the last column, you will make a compound sentence out of it. Not simple sentence, compound or complex sentence. Again, let me tell you what we want. I want you to complete an Excel file with 1321 words with serial number. So first column will be serial number, next column will be the words which I gave you, third column will be the meaning which I gave you, fourth column will be the synonyms, at least 4 to 5 synonyms per word, and next column will be use the word to make a compound sentence or complex sentence. When will you do it? Yes. You have to give me a date. Yeah, don't think about it. This is a must for you. Aryan, by which date will you submit? It has to be within a week. Aryan, Dale, Dheeraj. Yeah, no promises, but then there is a question mark.
By
Harmanjit
8.
Kaur. Yes, Humera gave me the date.
8.
8th. Oh, that sounds reasonable, Humera. 8th is Sunday. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Very good.
So by
Snail, is that you?
yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yes,
So
only
one doubt. Could you please repeat the
Snail.
last two? Could you please repeat the last two things? The sentences part.
Okay. First column will be serial number. The second column will be the word which I gave you, the raw word. The third column will be my meaning, which I gave you, which might have mistakes and you have to find them. Fourth column will be synonyms of the word, the original word, right? For example, shows. So what will you write in the fourth column? It portrays, it depicts, it elucidates, right? It represents. Have you understood? And then a compound sentence or complex sentence, right?
Okay, sir, got it.
Yes. Since I want to achieve, or since I want to get admission in Harvard University, it is pivotal for me to um, elucidate the vocabulary list which is given to me, right? Since I want to master my vocabulary or my lexical resource, it is important that uh, I put in my efforts on preparing a list of at least 1,321 words with sentences. Whatever sentence is this? Complex sentence. I want to score a band 9 in my IELTS exam. So, it is pertinent for me to complete the list given by Ranjan sir. Did you get it? That's a compound sentence. So compound sentence means using the fanboys for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, or you can use conjunctive adverb, moreover, however, therefore, and many others, or you can use semicolon, and for complex sentence, you have to use subordinate conjunction. And this is very, very important, right? From the perspective of your writing task and also speaking test. Got it, everyone? All right. So I think by 8th it would be reasonable. My 10th class student whom I was teaching scholastic aptitude test, SAT, her name is Rochi. She recently got scholarship to study in Australia. Can you imagine? 100% scholarship. Yes. And she got admission in a renowned institute of Melbourne. She is a 10th class student and she appeared for SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test. You know that it is important to appear for SAT to get admission to undergraduate courses. And she got admission, and she is the one who prepared the list which I just gave you. And she did it in one night. She stayed awake all night to prepare this list. So if you prepare an Excel sheet, which is going to be really authentic, I will share that with other students of different batches, and I will say that you did it, right? Have you got it? Why should you do it? Because it will really make you smarter. All right, so let's look at the band descriptor. And I should actually be sharing with you a list of 2,000 words, isn't it? So kindly finish this one so that I can give you a new list. Right? Humera, Sahil, Tumar, Shivam, Shivalkar.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know you guys are really serious about getting a good band score. I believe it. All right. So, Harmanjeet, can you read um what do I have in front of you, Harmanjeet? What is this called?
The band descriptor of speaking.
public version, means it is official, whatever I am sharing with you. So can we see what is the requirement for 6 band in each case? Which parameters do we have? What are the 4 parameters? Can you read the parameters? What is the most important parameter?
Fluency and
Coherence.
coherence, lexical resources,
Yes.
grammatical range and accuracy,
Yes.
pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Which class are you in?
Sir, I completed my 12th standard.
Yeah, I could guess from your voice that you are a 12th grader. Did I guess right?
Yes, sir.
I mean, you still have that innocent voice. Is that right, Harmanjeet?
Yes, sir.
Yes. All right, now, Harmanjeet, can you tell us what is required for getting a band 6 in fluency and coherence?
Yes. Is willing to speak at length, though may lose coherence at times due to
Though may
occasional
lose, though may lose coherence.
though
It is not.
may lose
Yeah.
coherence at times due to occasional repetition, self-correction or hesitation,
Right.
uses a range of connectives and
Uses a range of connectives.
uses a range of connectives and discourse make marker
Discourse markers.
discourse
Discourse
markers
markers.
discourse markers but not always appropriately.
Right. So, what does this mean? That loses cohesiveness or coherence at times. So, coherence means what? Clarity. How do you get coherence? When we are talking about putting the sentences together in speaking, while speaking, do you speak only one sentence or is it a bunch of sentences? In speaking, will you always speak one sentence for each question?
Bunch of sentences, sir.
Bunch of
Yes.
sentences.
What will happen if you say yes, no, like you do in exam? How many band scores will get for yes, no, no, yes, yes, no? Yeah, there are some students who did this. They said, we answered the question correctly. What band score did they get? Probably band score 5, not more than that. Or maybe less, maybe 3 or 2. Why is it that even if you have answered the questions correctly, you don't get band score? What are the examiners looking for? One line sentence, straightforward short answer, or something which is elaborate? Yeah, silence means you don't know.
Something
Obviously,
Something elaborate.
the more elaborate you become, the better band score you get because we are testing your communication skills. The one who can speak the most, the one who can give examples, arguments, supporting what you said, your opinion, sharing your own knowledge and experience, you get more marks. Just answering the question will not give you marks in IELTS speaking. Have you understood? The more you speak, the more marks you get. But that doesn't mean that we should speak something irrelevant, out of context, or something which is totally grammatically wrong. So, grammatically, you have to be correct. You have to use proper lexical resource. That means good set of words, words which mean values, words which show ethics, words which show hitting the nail on its head, right? Words which are corporate, words which are acceptable in uh, in an official setting, right? Words which are formal, complex grammar, right? Proper pronunciation. These are all the important factors. Now, suppose if the student who got band 6 wants to get band 7, what does he have to do? Harmanjeet just talked about band 6. What does a student have to do to get a band 7 instead of band 6? Suppose the student is a band 6 in fluency and coherence. What additional effort does the student what does he needs to take in order to get band 7? Anyone? Yes, iPhone. What's your name? I'll change it. Yeah, people logged in as iPhone. Can you identify yourself? You're not supposed to logged in as iPhone. If you tell me your name, I will change your name, okay? Just send me a message, iPhone, if you're unable to speak or log out. I hope that's clear. Either identify yourself or log out before I throw you out. Yes. I've already warned everyone, you must log in with a name. Logging in as iPhone or any other name is not allowed. Yes. Mueddin Sheikh, what are the points required for moving from band 6 to band 7? Yes, Mueddin, do you need any help? Yeah, you need to respond. Mueddin Sheikh, respond through the chat. Lakshmi Kumar.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Lakshmi. Okay, tell me what are the requirements of band 7, Lakshmi? Yes, please speak. The person who raised hands, can you speak? Lakshmi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, read band 7. It's written here. Look, this one, the one I highlighted.
Sir, I have some range issues. So that
No, what is the range issue? I'm able to hear you. You just only have to read it.
Okay, sir. Speaks at length without notable effort or loss of coherence, may demonstrate language-related hesitation at times or some repetition and or self-correction.
Correct?
Uses a
Yes.
uses a range of connectives and discourage markers with some flexibility.
Yes. Very good. I could hear you, Lakshmi.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome. So Lakshmi, what you read is speaking at length without noticeable effort or loss of coherence. In band 7, you had is willing to speak at length, though may lose coherence. So instead of losing coherence, now the student is able to put in effort to maintain coherence. Did you get it? So if you put
Yes,
in an
sir.
effort to maintain coherence, then that is acknowledged. We are happy to note that. Point number 2 may demonstrate language related hesitation, right? Is willing to speak though may lose coherence and occasional repetition, self correction, or hesitation. So it seems that uh, there is less repetition and self correction. Have you understood, everyone? So look at this. In band 6, you had got is willing to speak at length, though may lose coherence at times due to occasional repetition and self correction. But now, what is happening? May demonstrate language related hesitations at time. What does that mean? That it is related with content, not related with grammatical structures. Have you understood? If you are struggling with grammar or if you are struggling with sentence formation, then you belong in band 6. But if your sentence formation is good, but you are struggling with ideas to speak, then you belong to band 7. Uses a range of connectors, yeah, and discourse markers with some flexibility. That means you are able to make sentences to some extent. Now, what about band 8? Yes. Who will read band 8 requirements? Monish, can you read? Monish, Monish.
Yes, sir.
Band 8, this one.
Speaks fluently with only occasional repetition or self-correction.
Yeah,
Textation is usually content related or only rarely to search for language.
yes,
Develops topics coherently and appropriately.
yes. So, Monish, can you tell us what is the difference between band 7 and band 8?
Sir, it's like here it is telling about the hesitation we feel when we are speaking
Hmm,
and our corrections and all.
yes. And then
Yes, sir.
develops topics coherently. So, here, actually, coherently means now you're able to link the sentences together. Have you understood? In band 7, you are not actually able to link all the ideas together. But when you are able to link all the ideas together, that means to develop topics coherently and appropriately, you belong to band 8. Yes, Ojas, Durakkar, can you read band 9? Yes, Ojas Durakkar, please respond. Nachiket, please respond. Ojas Durakkar, I've written in your front of your name that you did not respond. So please respond. Meet me at the end of the class because I have to grade you, Ojas. I have to grade you regarding your performance, isn't it? That's why you joined this class. So the option is not to stay quiet because if you can't speak in front of me, how will you speak? And if you have any problem, meet me at the end of this class. Yeah, all those people whose name I have pronounced and who did not speak, please meet me after class. Got it, Ojas? Parvati Kumar. Parvati S. Kumar. Can you please read band 9?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sp- Speaks fluently with only rare repetition or self correction. Any
Hmm.
hesitation is content related rather than to find words or grammar.
Hmm.
Speaks coherently with fully appropriate cohesive features.
Hmm.
Develop, develops topics fully and appropriately.
Yes. Now, can you tell us, Parvati, what is the difference between the band 8 requirements and band 9? What is the additional requirement that you see?
But I think that it develops topics that fully
And
develop.
appropriate is correct. That is one thing. See, look at Parvati, look at 8. It says speaks fluently with only occasional repetition. Do you see occasional repetition?
Yes, sir.
But here it is
It's
fluently
the
with
rare
only
repetition.
rare repetition.
Repetition.
Do you get it? Occasional
Yeah.
repetition means twice in 10 times, 2 out of 10. And rare means 0 out of 10 or 1 out of 10. Did you get it?
Okay, sir. Yeah.
Yes. Very good.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Parvati, can you read a lexical resource band 9?
Oh, sure, sir. Uses vocabulary with full flexibility and precision in all topics.
Hmm.
Uses idiomatic language naturally and accurately.
Yes. So, can you explain, Parvati, what does this mean? Uses vocabulary with full flexibility. Does that mean that the student is very good in vocabulary and is able to use appropriate words?
Yeah, of course, sir.
Right. All right, Parvati, now read grammatical range and accuracy, band 9.
Uses a full range of structures naturally and appropriately.
Hmm.
Produces consistently accurate structures apart from slips, characteristics of native speaker speech.
Yes. So, Parvati, what does mean? Does this word mean? Native speaker. Are we natives going to be native speaker in USA? No.
No, sir.
Who will be the native speaker? People who are born there or people who have been staying there for decades. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So we have to actually compare with them, isn't it?
No.
No. You don't have to compare yourself with anyone. You have to compare yourself with yourself, right,
Okay, sir.
Parvati? So produces consistently accurate structure. We are talking about grammar. Mean
Yeah.
if you speak 10 sentences, in 9 sentences you will have proper grammar, isn't it?
Yes.
Now Parvati, read pronunciation.
Uses uses a full range of pronunciation features with precision and subtly. Sub-
Ah, subtly,
subtly.
subtly.
Subtly. Okay,
It's a
sir.
wonderful word. Everybody write down this word, subtly. Subtly means just naturally, it's coming natural. There's not much effort in doing it. That's subtly. Yes, next.
Sustained flexible use of features throughout is effortless to understand.
Yes. We don't have to go like this. What did Parvati say? I can't. Parvati, can you repeat? No. Parvati, whatever she said, I could understand it clearly. No problem, Parvati. You're loud and clear. That
Thank you,
means
sir.
effortless to understand. And
Oh,
Parvati speaks subtly.
okay.
All right. So, thank you. Let's
Thank you, sir.
go and dive into what we need to do in speaking. So, keeping the band descriptors in mind, now what shall we do? I will play for you a wonderful uh, a clip which will show how a student performs. All right. Purposely, I'm going to show you a clip which is 10 years old, right? To understand what was band 9 10 years back. And then I will show you 4 years old. So, what is band 9 now? Okay, so that you can see the difference between the performance. So, let's look at,
Sir, I have a small doubt.
yes, please,
In both computer-based and written-based, who will evaluate us in both the ways?
humans. Till now, they
In
are not using AI.
in written-based, they will evaluate at that time only, or they will take some time of they will take recording or what?
For which? For speaking or what? For
Speaking, for
speaking.
speaking.
Yes, yes, it will be recorded.
Okay,
All your
recording, they will
speaking
take.
is recording, but in speaking, uh, whatever you speak, it is usually not live. In the sense, it is not in front of you. The speaker is, examiner will not be in front of you live. He will be on through the camera. Did you get it? He won't be present in the
Yes, sir.
room where you are supposed to be. He will be in at a distant place. He might be interviewing you from Auckland. He might be interviewing you from uh, any part of the world. Did you get it? So previously they used to come. It was in presence, isn't it right? Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Now it is done remotely because it is not. After pandemic, they have actually taken advantage of that, and it also is convenient for them so that you can get very good examiners from abroad. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Just give me a moment. Yeah, are you able to see it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to AEHelp.com's IELTS test preparation videos. Watch this candidate from India score an amazing Band 9 for his performance on the speaking interview. Again, we have partnered with Cambly, a world-class app that lets you connect with a native English-speaking tutor 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, anywhere, anytime. Simply download the app from your app store and try Cambly today. For students in India, we have a very special offer. You can now get a 10% discount from Cambly's monthly plans with this special coupon code. As well, you can try Cambly for 10% discount with this code. Download Cambly today and begin learning for success. Welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. And I will record it for marking purposes. May I see your identification, please?
Of course, here you go.
Thank you. And what is your full name?
My first name is Arav and my family name is Singh. Please just call me Arav.
Okay, Arav. Here is your passport back.
Thank you.
The speaking has 3 parts. I will give you instructions for each. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. Do you work or study?
I'm currently working as an electrical engineer for General Electric, and I'm also studying for the IELTS to continue my Masters in Engineering at Toronto University next year.
What do you do at the weekends?
Well, when I'm not studying, I like taking my wife out to a restaurant and watch a movie. Like last Saturday when we watched a funny comedy.
Let's talk about transportation. Do you know how to drive a car?
Yes, I do. I've had my driver's license since 18. I really enjoy driving. Mostly I use my car to get to work, shopping, and vacations.
How often do you ride the bus?
Since I have had my driver's license, I rarely take a bus. I mostly use it when my car is unavailable due to repairs or I have lent it out to a friend.
Which is your favorite type of transportation?
Definitely my car. It's comfortable and convenient, as well as it has air conditioning and I can listen to my music on the stereo.
Where can you catch the nearest train in your area?
I'll have to think over it. Just give me a moment, please. I think the closest would be Jodhpur, which is roughly 10 kilometers away from my flat.
How has public transportation changed in the past 100 years?
That has changed immensely. With the advent of airplanes, modern trains and buses, people can travel greater distances comfortably and quickly. Like last year, I just flew to United States and I was there in 12 hours.
When you ride a bicycle, what should you do to stay safe?
Whenever I'm riding a bicycle, I should wear a helmet to keep my head safe and also be very careful of the vehicle traffic.
That is the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. For part 2, here is a card with some questions. Please do not turn that over yet. Here's a pencil to take notes, and here is some note paper. You will have 1 minute to think about your answer. Take some notes if you wish, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak. I will tell you when to start and when to stop. Are you ready?
Yep, I am.
Okay, then your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Go ahead and turn over the card.
Yeah, what is the question, anyone? Talk about a very busy day in your life. You should say when it happened, where did you go, what did you do? And how did you feel at the end of your day? So please note down the questions and then try to see or listen as to whether the candidate did justice to these questions. Have you understood, everyone? So you need to evaluate the candidate and let me know how much you will give out of band 9 to this candidate. Are we ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Arav, your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin skanking.
I think one of the busiest days I have ever experienced was last year in September when I started my new job at General Electric. I remember being very nervous because I wanted to make sure that my colleagues, my boss, are super satisfied with the first day of work. So I woke up super early at 4 a.m. First did a little bit of meditation, shaved, showered, and then got ready as per the company expectations. Then I later on reviewed all the job parameters that my manager shared it with me a week prior. I left for office early just to make sure that I have enough time to greet my colleagues and settle in. The workday was very busy as I had to make sure that I learn new information about the company's procedures and machinery. Finally, after my job was finished at 6 p.m., I sat down with my manager to go through the day's work and check about my performance. He was very satisfied, so I was very happy.
Yes. He was very satisfied, so I was very happy. Do you see the compound sentence?
After that, I had to stop by at the grocery store to buy some food for supper. Believe me, I was very exhausted at that time. But when I got home, my wife was waiting for me with surprise, some friends coming in at home to congratulate to me on my first day of work. We spent few hours chatting, eating. Finally, the time came around when I had to hit the bed. Although the day was very busy, but I feel great looking back at it, and I can look back on it with pride.
Okay, Arav, your 2 minutes is up. I have to stop you there. Please pass back the card with the questions, the note paper, and the pen. Yes, thank you. And now we will continue with part 3. For part 3, I will ask you some more questions related to the topic of part 2. Let's talk errands. What are common responsibilities that people manage every month in society?
Well, every individual each month should pay their bills, rent or mortgage, and go to school or work, and also clean their house.
Why is it important to do these on time?
I think it is.
So have you understood what are errands? Anyone?
Day-to-day chores.
Day-to-day chores. What about then chores? What is the difference between chores and errands? Are only day-to-day chores errands? Means, does that mean errands is equal to day-to-day chores?
Errands could be like if I want to quickly go out and get something for myself. That's an
Yes.
errand. Chores
Yeah,
could be
that could be
something that I have to do at my home, the responsibilities.
correct. That's why we say household chores. Chores are little things that we need to do at home, and errands could be paying your bill, going to your office on time, and so on. So going to office on time is not a chore, it's an errand. Have you understood? That's the difference. Okay? Let's see what he has to say.
Important to be prompt at these errands because people might easily get into financial trouble if they don't pay their bills and might end up losing their phone service or house.
How has technology helped people to complete their social tasks such as banking?
Well, it has helped a lot because people have been doing the banking services conveniently from their home online.
What are the disadvantages of this?
I think people are not as social as they used to be because they don't get out anymore, like to visit a bank, talk to a bank teller.
Are there any errands that people do these days which did not exist 50 years before?
Yes, definitely. People these days pay their internet bills. Like this wasn't available 50 years back or a half a century back, so they didn't need to worry about it.
Will there be new regular tasks in the future that we don't have today?
Yes, definitely there will be. Like we will have to charge the batteries of the self-driving cars every 6 months and keep on the softwares updating.
Let's talk about productivity. Why is it important for people to be productive during the work week?
I think people should do a good job Monday to Friday, just not to earn good money, but also to be proud of what they're doing and their contributions towards the society.
What happens when individuals stop being productive?
That's bad. In that case, they just depend on the society and eventually they might end up being depressed.
What can be done to improve productivity and decrease stress?
I think having good food and little bit of exercise helps in generating more energy and decreasing anxiety and stress.
Does this always work?
I think yes, it does because having good food and regular exercise helps in this case.
That is the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. You will have your band score in about 2 weeks' time with the other sections of the test. Make sure, Arav, to take your passport with you. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.
So why does this candidate get an amazing, perfect band?
Yeah, before you listen to Adrian, I need to tell you that Adrian is one of the topmost interviewers in the world. So you can see from his accent and from his body language that he is an expert, right? So he has been examiner for IDP and also before that Cambridge for last 15 years. So he is the correct person to tell us about how to, you know, how to perform in a speaking test. All right, so let's listen.
9 for his responses in the speaking interview. Does he speak perfect English? No. Does he speak English without an accent? No. So why is it still a band 9? Well, you must know, a band 9 doesn't mean perfect speech or perfect conversation. There's really no such thing. A band 9 is described as an expert user of the English language. This is not necessarily a native speaker of English. In fact, many people are surprised when I say that native speakers wouldn't necessarily get a perfect score on the speaking interview. So why does this candidate deserve that band 9? Let me tell you. In order to achieve a band 9, a candidate must have fluent language equal to that of a native speaker. Their pronunciation must be clear enough that every one of their words can be understood by the listener. Importantly, they must answer every question exactly. They're giving original answers with good detail and complex grammar. In this case, the candidate satisfies all of these criteria. They're very quick to answer. His answers are very clear. He gives the right amount of detail in part 1, 2, and 3. It's clear to see that this student is very confident using the English language. Virtually the same level of confidence as he is with his own native language. Even though he makes a couple of slight mistakes in his grammar, they're not unnatural. Even native speakers don't always use perfect grammar in spoken English. In this case, the slight mistakes that are made in one or two parts are perfectly acceptable for an expert user of English. So now you know, to get a band 9, this is the level of responses that you need to produce on your next speaking grammar. In this case, the candidate
Yes, so are you able to see what is required?
Yes,
So
sir.
do these points match the band descriptors?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
They do. Fluency and coherence, that is fluent English. Clear pronunciation is the last one. Precise answers, original plus detailed, that is again coherence. And also it requires proper vocabulary. Lexical resource is also included in it. And then complex grammar is grammatical range and accuracy. Right? So this is how one needs to perform. How many band scores will you give to Arav now? So Arav got band 9 10 years back. What is the band score that he is going to get now if with the same performance?
Would you 8.5?
No. Anybody
Maybe
else?
7 to 8.
Yeah, around band 7. Band 7, not more than band 7. So would you like to see a recent one with better performance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that will just hold on.
Here is an IELTS Band 9 interview by Amba from India for parts 1, 2, and 3. After the interview, we will analyze her speaking for vocabulary, expressions, and grammar to give these best answers on your next IELTS speaking. Welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Adrian. I will be your examiner for this part of the test, and I will give you instructions for each of the parts. I'm recording this for marking purposes. This is candidate number 98513, and we are conducting the exam in Bihar, in Patna. The time right now is 14 o'clock. Before we continue, may I see your identification?
Yes, of course. Here's my passport that I used a few weeks ago to register for this test. Please take a look.
What is your full name?
My first name is Amba and my last name is Devi. So please just call me Amba.
Okay, Amba. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and some questions on a general topic. Where do you live?
I live in Patna, the capital of the state of Bihar, in a 3-bedroom apartment with my family.
Do you have any hobbies?
Yes, I do have a couple of different hobbies. I really like to cook and I like to sew. Last week I made a nice dress for my best friend.
Let's talk about numbers. Do you have a favorite number?
Yes, I do. The number I favor most is number 9 because it has brought me luck over the years. In fact, on the 9th of the last month, I got a good news that I got a scholarship.
What are some important numbers for you to remember?
There are some crucial numbers that we have to remember, like our home address and our phone number, as well as our social security number. I use this quite often in society. Like a few weeks ago, I had to use this to register for this test.
How do numbers affect our lives?
I suppose that numbers have lots of impact on people's everyday activities. We use the numbers to quantify the world around us, like measuring time, also for communication, like telling person our age.
If you could choose 2 lucky numbers, what would they be?
Well, I think the number 9 would be the one, and another would be 18. I'm not sure why, but I always like these numbers.
Have you ever forgotten an important number?
Yes, I have. I'm embarrassed to say, but one time I actually forgot my phone number because I hadn't used it for so long, so I had to look it up on my phone.
That's the end of part 1. Now we will continue with part 2. For part 2, I'm going to show you a card with some questions on it. Here's some note paper, and you will have 1 minute to look at the questions, think about your answers, and then you will have 2 minutes to speak. I will tell you when to start, when to stop. Of course, you can take notes in the 1 minute if you wish. Talk about an event that you could organize to help people. Your 1 minute preparation time begins now. Before continuing on with part 2, here's a little bit of added help to help you improve your speaking score for your next IELTS exam. Again, we have partnered with Cambly, a world-class app.
Please write down the questions. Talk about an event that you could organize to help people. What is the event? Where and when can you have this activity? Who would be invited to this event? And how will you help people through organizing this event? And what will be the budget of the event? Did you get it? How much money will be required to hold this event? Let's continue.
Your 1 minute preparation time is up. Please begin speaking.
Okay. After some consideration, I think the event I most likely organize to help the needy is a soup kitchen. By this, I mean a large banquet with lots of healthy and nutritious food for the people who are hungry and starving. As I had mentioned in the first part of this interview that I really like to cook, so I think this would be a great way to share my passion with other people while giving them much needed sustenance.
Did you notice that this sentence was compound complex sentence? Most of the sentences spoken by Amva are compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. Whereas the most of the sentence spoken by Arav were mostly simple sentences. Do you see the difference? So try to observe the vocabulary, the grammar, and the sentence types used by Amva.
I would make some delicious kadhi bari with litti with my special naan bread. I would love to host this event at a large community hall, like the one that's a few kilometers away from my home, as it can sit a couple of hundred people. I think the best time to organize this event would be in summer when there is often less food from drought and even more people are in a difficult situation. I would not only invite hungry and impoverished citizens in my neighborhood, but I would also invite some volunteers to help me with the event.
So please listen to the vocabulary used: hungry and impoverished. So she used some good vocabulary. They are not really out of the range, but they are basically, you can say, high frequency words.
Also, I need some chefs and also some people to help me serve the food and clean up after. Also, I need some local journalists and some local authorities in the hopes of inspiring some more similar events in the near future and maybe getting some ongoing funding as well. I think this event would be helpful in many ways beyond feeding only hungry and impoverished children and adults. This could be helpful in creating a sense of community spirit and really bringing people together.
That is the end of part 2, so I will stop you there. Can you please pass back the questions, or actually just turn it over and put it to the side? Yep, and same with your notes. Just turn them over and put it to the side with your pen. And now we will continue with part 3. For this part, I will ask you a question related to your part 2 response and some questions on this topic. How much funding would you need for this event to be a success?
Maybe if I would estimate, I think I need at least 70 to 80,000 rupees in total.
Let's talk about helping in the community. What are ways that people can help their communities be a better place?
There are so many different ways which people can adapt to assist their communities, like I just mentioned, like a soup kitchen. Also, they can organize some cleanup events like picking up garbage on the streets. Also, volunteering at a local hospital. I used to volunteer at a local hospital a few hours to help elderly with the meal time, and it was very rewarding.
Some individuals feel that people are less involved with their communities than 20 years ago. Do you agree with this?
I don't think that I agree with this statement, but I think this may be the case recently due to social distancing. But I think in Bihar, the people are as selfless as before and dedicate considerable time to their local neighborhoods.
How can governments motivate citizens to be more helpful in their communities?
Authorities can run various campaigns like ads on social media and on TV to encourage people to contribute more. Also, they can provide incentives like scholarships or grants to the students who contribute the most to help their communities thrive.
Let's talk about charities. Many people give lots of money to charities. Is this always good?
Although it is good to donate money for a good cause, like helping environment and animals, but I don't think it is always good to spend lots of money to charities all the time. But I think it is more important to be personally involved and volunteer. And this is often much more effective that funds are not spent on administration and advertising.
What are some different kinds of charities and how do they help society?
That's a big question because there are so many different charities in the world today. There are so many charities that help sick children, animals, and the environment, like UNICEF, World Wildlife Fund, and Red Cross. These help society to improve the quality of their life, and they provide help and jobs to many individuals nowadays.
Will there be new kinds of charities in the future that did not exist today?
That's a tough prediction, but if I have to, I would answer yes. As we know, future always brings some sort of novelty, and I don't think that charities would be any different. Maybe in the far future, I think there would be some charities that will help save the planet, moons, and stars. And I do think that it requires quite an imagination.
That is the end of part 3. That concludes the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. You will have your mark online in a couple of days, and you will see your mark with your official certificate in the mail. Have a nice day, Amba.
Thank you. You too as well.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Amma gives the best answers for a Band 9 because she meets the expert level of English on all 4 criteria of the speaking interview. fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. According to the IELTS, a Band 9 fluency and coherence is when a candidate speaks fluently without pausing or only pausing slightly to think about information for the content and not for vocabulary and grammar. Amba does a fantastic job of this. She speaks continuously with good pacing and speed, nice intonation.
Did you see that? What did he talk about? What is this? Yeah, what did he say when he showed you like this?
Fluency. Intonation.
Intonation. Yeah. She talked about intonation. What is this? Band 9 fluency and coherence. What is this part of? Did I give it to you? Read. Compare this with the one I gave you. Speaks fluently with only rare repetition and so on. Isn't this the one I gave you? Official band 9 descriptors? And that's what he is referring to. Okay?
And she takes pauses just a couple of times to think about what she's going to say. Like in part 2, where she pauses to look at her notes to remind herself of her ideas. That's absolutely okay, and that's a good idea. Also, she speaks with appropriate cohesive features. This means that she connects her ideas. She uses the English language naturally with correlations, saying therefore, as a result, if. When she uses correlative conjunctions like not only but also, both and, whether or, neither nor.
Yeah, take a screenshot of that. What are these? How many conjunctions did we learn? Yes. How many conjunctions did we learn? What was the first one? Coordinating conjunction. What are coordinating conjunctions? Anyone? Fanboys, right? Yes. For and nor, but, or, yet, so. These are called coordinating conjunctions. What about conjunctive adverbs? Anyone? Yes. Moreover, however, therefore. These are conjunctive adverbs. What about correlative conjunctions? Anyone? That's what he is talking about. Yes, what are correlative conjunctions? Anyone? Not only but also, both and, whether or, neither nor. Did you get it? And what are subordinating conjunctions? Anyone? Yes. What are subordinating conjunctions? Yes, Humera. Subordinating conjunctions. When,
When,
while,
therefore.
since, if, because, these are subordinating conjunctions. So you must know the difference between the different set of conjunctions, okay? Let's continue.
Ideas are connected strongly and create a holistic picture or concept in the mind of the listener. Also, her answers are appropriate and fully developed. That's because she often gives an answer, explanation, and an example to the questions.
Yes. When should you give answer, explanation, and example? Part 1, part 2, or part 3?
Part 2, sir.
Well, part 2, you are giving there is a long turn. That is when you are able to speak for 2 minutes. You're right. Part 2. And which part?
Part
Part
3.
3.
Part 3.
Correct. Part 3. Because in part 3, you may be asked about the concept you discussed in part 2, isn't it? And then they will ask you your opinion. So the moment you give your opinion, you need to also add your arguments, that is explanation, and a suitable example, that is called substantiating. What is that called? When you're giving an argument and then giving an example, you are substantiating the argument and your opinion. That's what he's talking about.
Being asked. This creates clear understanding and good visual imagery in the mind of the examiner. Amba does a fantastic job giving these best answers. Let's talk a bit more about lexical resource. According to IELTS, Band 9 lexical resource is when a candidate can use a broad range of vocabulary with precision regardless of the topic, being able to choose the exact correct word to express an idea clearly for that topic. Amma does an incredible job giving great answers. Notice all of the vocabulary that she uses in part 2 when talking about the charitable event. She's able to dynamically and accurately express herself. As well, for IELTS Band 9, you need to produce idiomatic language that is natural, that you would hear a native English speaker use naturally in content. This means that you can't force idioms into a situation. I often hear students using idioms like, I was over the moon, or to hit two birds with one stone, but it doesn't really make sense in the context. It feels forced. In order to use idioms naturally, you have to learn lots of them and only use them when they are appropriate. Amba does just that. Now, idiomatic language doesn't necessarily mean that you have to use these very complicated idioms like don't throw bricks when you live in a glass house. They can be simple. They can be phrasal verbs like I came across my friend at the shopping mall. Came across is a phrasal verb that means.
Now you understand when I told you at the beginning of the session, then make a list of 50 phrasal verbs. Did you get it? So please do that also. Make a list of 50 phrasal verbs and use them in sentences. Using phrasal verbs is a better idea than to use idioms. Have you understood?
To encounter, to meet someone by accident. So when you're thinking natural idiomatic language, don't think about complex metaphorical idioms. Just keep it simple and you can get a band 9. Amba does an incredible job to express herself clearly and use idiomatic language. Again, according to the publicly available speaking interview marking criteria, grammatical range and accuracy at the Band 9 level means that the candidate can use a full range of grammar appropriately and naturally. This means using present perfect, conditionals, past perfect, passive voice, active voice, and the like. One quick tip.
Yeah, can you tell us what he just said? What do you have to use to get a proper grammatical range and accuracy?
Active voice,
Anyone?
passive voice.
Correct. Active voice, passive voice, and
Present participle past.
correct. Present participle and past participle. Very good. Let's continue.
Here is listen to the question. If the question is being asked in present perfect, then definitely use present perfect in your answer. If the question is a conditional, then use the conditional when responding. In part 1, Amba does just that. Again, this shows that she is an expert communicator in the English language. The fourth criteria is pronunciation. Now, don't overthink this. You do not have to sound exactly like a native speaker. There are a lot of different styles of pronunciation and dialects of English. There's British English, American English, Australian English, Canadian English, Irish English, Scottish English. There are many, and they all sound different. For Band 9 pronunciation, what's important is that your pronunciation is consistent and there is subtlety to your pronunciation. This means that what you are saying can be understood effortlessly by the examiner. What I mean here is that when you're using your words, the examiner doesn't have to kind of squint and go, what was that? What did this person? Oh yeah, okay, that's what they're saying. No, the examiner should just go, yeah, I got that. Okay, that's clear. Yeah. And for me, in this interview, Amma's pronunciation was just that. It was 100% clear. I did not have to strain or really try to figure out what she was trying to say. Her words were subtle and accurate and clearly pronounced. So practice these 4 features individually: grammar, pronunciation, lexical resource, fluency, and then put them together for that high band score. Amba can do it, so can you.
Yeah, definitely you can do it. So are you able to see that the band descriptor I gave you is the band descriptors being followed worldwide? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we have no time left. So just a few minutes. Are you with me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Yes,
5 minutes. Just a moment. Yeah, are you able to see this? Yes, I want volunteers. Who will volunteer? Mhm. Quickly, within 1 second, volunteer.
Sir,
I'll
may
ask you
I?
some. Yes, Snail. Done. Yes, Snail, can you turn on your video?
Can you give me 10 seconds?
Yes, you got it. Are you able to see the questions, everyone? So this is how typical questions are, and I have given you uh, book 1 to book 18, right? You need to refer book 10 to 18, all right? In each book that I gave you, there are 4 tests. Is that right? Each test is having a unique speaking test. So how many speaking tests do you have with you? 9 Forza 36. There are 36 different speaking tests with you. Got it, everyone? And each speaking test is having different set of questions. So you probably have with you around 400 questions. Is that right, everyone? So 400 questions, that is a good amount of practice. So I would request you to go to the speaking test of book 11. Start with book 11, okay? Just open book 11, and how many speaking tests do you have in book 11? Four. Every book you have got four speaking tests. Yes, are you ready? Yes, Snail.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I have
Yes,
to start with answering questions for part one, right?
yes. Can you turn on your video
Yes, yes.
to make it more interactive?
Yeah,
Very
sure.
good. So I hope everybody is able to see Snail, and I'm going to ask her some questions. The first question, Snail, is to introduce yourself. You're going to introduce like this. My first name is Snehal and my family name is Kukreja. You may please address me by my first name, Snail. That's it. That's it, what you're going to say for introduction, unless they again ask you what do you do. So if they say introduce yourself means just one line. My first name is Snail and my family name is Kukreja. You may please address me by my first name, Snail. All right. Yes, Snail, introduce yourself.
My first name is Snehal and my family name is Kukreja. You might address me as Snehal.
You have to say please because you want band scores from me.
Yeah.
You have to be,
You may address me as Snehal, please.
very good. That sounds so good. What job would you like to have 10 years from now?
I am a student of commerce, and 10 years from now, I would like to be an auditor of an MNC.
Wonderful. Which city are you from?
I was born and brought up in Delhi, which is the capital city of India.
Okay, wonderful. How useful will English be for your future endeavor?
English language has always intrigued me ever since I was a little kid, and I have been planning to move to Australia to pursue my master's, which requires a good band score for IELTS, not only for me to secure an admission in a good university, but
Mhm.
also to secure a PR or a citizenship in the later years.
How much traveling do you hope to do in the future in order to achieve your endeavor?
I love to travel, so I would love to explore new countries, and I would really I got confused.
And
I
I'm
need
looking
time.
forward to it.
Yeah, and I'm looking for.
How do you think your life will change in the future?
I believe that exactly 2 years from now, if I'm planning to study abroad, the most substantially my life will change in terms of having uh, freedom to experience things all by myself and to explore new places, also by taking my own responsibility and managing my own finances.
Good. Now, Snail, we move into long term. So I will be giving you a cue card, and one, you'll have some time to note down your notes, and then 2 minutes to speak. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Describe a book that you enjoyed reading because you had to think a lot. You should say what this book was, why you decided to read it, what reading this book made you think about, and explain why you enjoyed reading this book. You have 1 minute to think. Audience, you also think how you will answer this question. All right, audience? Yes, your 1 minute time is over. Start.
A book that I recently enjoyed reading was Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Now, how I found this book is a very interesting story in itself. I was visiting the very famous book fair of Delhi, the World Book Fair, about 2 years ago. And I happened to stop at a stall along with some of my friends. I was just exploring and I hadn't really bought any book until then. So I happened to see a sort of carton with a lot of old books in it. And that's when I just randomly picked out this book and I read its description at the back or the epilogue. And it was quite intriguing. So I bought it. Later on, I started reading this book while I was traveling in a metro. And what I happened to come across is that it was something unusual because it talks about time traveling, but with a twist. It talks about two sisters and how they have so much distance between themselves that they would like to go back in time and fix things between themselves. How, when a wife who is a nurse is trying to cope up with the disease of Alzheimer's of her husband, and she's trying to go back in time, trying to relive those moments when he did not had that sort of disease. So what this book really made me think about, because I was uh, not reading such kind of emotional books back then, and when I came across this one, it really made me think how fragile life can get for all of us, and how sometimes, no matter how much we despise our past, sometimes we would like to go back in time and try to relive those moments and try to relive those times when everything used to seem a little lighter on ourselves. So
Good.
I would.
Yeah, that's around 2 minutes. So, okay, Snail. So now let's get to some questions which are thematically related to the topic. What are the most popular types of children's books in your country?
My answer would be the books of Sudha Murthy, because when I started reading books, I developed a habit of reading because of Sudha Murthy's books. And the very first book I read of hers was Wise and Otherwise, which are a compilation of short stories easy to understand for children.
And what about R.K. Narayan's Malgudi Days?
Oh, yes, that's also one of my
Yes,
favorites.
yes. What are the benefits of parents reading books to their children?
So my parents haven't really read any books to me,
Hmm.
but they have always encouraged that habit in me.
Yeah.
And because I would say that if parents are reading stories to their children, maybe the bedtime stories, then it definitely strengthens their bond, and it gives a sort of entitlement to the child also, that they have some sort of confidence early on.
How popular are electronic books in your country?
I wouldn't say that they are as popular right now as they should be, because even me as a person, I prefer to not read ebooks, but they are readily available for those who are interested.
Will electronic books ever completely replace printed books in the future?
Most definitely not.
Hmm.
The essence of a book is for you to hold it physically in your hands, and you
Hmm.
be able to annotate your thoughts on it.
Hmm.
And so ebooks can be a sort of an alternative, but not exactly a replacement.
Touch wood, right? Because when you are reading a physical book, you are actually doing touch wood, right?
Yeah.
And the ideas given in
If
the
I'm
book,
if I'm holding my book, I
yeah,
can actually be, this is the book that I talked about. So
yeah,
I can actually uh, try to reminisce more about it if I'm actually seeing it in front of me.
wonderful, amazing.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good idea to read books. I'm really crazy about it. I recommend reading books to all my students. At least read one book every week. I mean, that's a wonderful idea. So that you read 52 books in a year. And that is equivalent to 10 PhDs. So reading a book is actually like doing a master's degree. So I would suggest that. All right. So what about Snail's performance? So I would say she will have a 7 band in her lexical resource. I would say 6.5 in her grammar. There were some few small mistakes. And then I liked her ability to, to give a holistic picture of whatever she talked about. So she gets 7 band in coherence, and again a 6.5 band in sentence types. That is, she did use some compound sentences, and I want her to use more compound complex sentences, right, Snail? And then sharing knowledge and experience. She did do it to some extent. I want her to do it more. That is band 6.5. And then ultimately, pronunciation, she gets band 7.5. So overall, she gets band 6.5 to 7. It's a good score. Right, Snail?
Not really.
Not really? Well, it is because I'm a bit tough in scoring. So if I give you a band 7, you will definitely get band 7. Got it? So in order to get band 8, what does Snail have to do? She has to uh, use more uh, high frequency vocabulary, right? For example, words like nuances, right? Words like augment, words like paraphernalia. So, using high frequency words gives the uh, examiner a chance to give you a better score, because everybody who is competing, there are some good students, there are some average students, right, Snail? So, what I would suggest, Nehal, that she should work on her coherence, which she is very good at. Her pronunciation is really good. Now, what you need to work on, Snail, is your grammatical range and
Grammar.
accuracy. Yeah,
Yeah.
you need to ensure that you use compound complex sentences, right? Since we wanted to have fun, we went to Goa yesterday and we toiled all night. There is a compound complex sentence. Since my mother was instrumental in my upbringing, it has paved the way for my development as an ethical person, and this has helped me to get admitted in Wharton University, University of Pennsylvania. Did you get it, Snail? So, what was the formula you used? Since we wanted to have fun, we went to Goa yesterday and we danced all night. Did you get it?
Yeah,
So,
so the coherence.
yes, coherence. You did have a good job in coherence. You use coordinating conjunction. I want you to use conjunctive adverb also. Moreover, however, therefore, and so on. Right? So,
Not.
starting with a 7 band is a good start, Snail. Right? You can easily work up to 8, 8.5. So, all the best, and thank you everyone for your wonderful participation, and we'll see you tomorrow. Any questions? Thank you and good night.
Good night, sir.
Remember that on Friday we won't have class because I'm going to Pune, right? And definitely I'll share my experiences with you, and I will tell you what the gurus from Australia said about the latest IELTS exam. All right, everyone? So
Yes,
we
sir.
are meeting tomorrow. Okay? Tomorrow is Thursday. And Friday, I will take leave from you, right? If you allow me. And as I have to travel to Pune, I'll be back on Sunday and we will definitely meet on Monday. So we are meeting tomorrow, okay? And tomorrow we are going to again start with reading.
So what about Saturday?
Saturday you will have Saturday also you'll have leave because Saturday I'll be returning. My program will be finished by 7 p.m. It's a training program where people from IDP are coming, right? So they will tell us about the latest happenings and developments in IELTS exam. You must be knowing that Pearson exam and TOEFL, they have been totally revamped. You know, TOEFL exam has also been upgraded. So in the similar manner, IELTS is also planning to train its faculty members who are coming from all over India. And that program will be there in Pune on Saturday, starting from Saturday morning till Saturday evening. So don't worry, if we have any backlog, we can also meet on coming Sundays. All right? So do not worry about the classes, we'll make it up. And thank you, and see you tomorrow. Any questions? Good night.
Good night.